We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Washington Nationals. The Rays are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Pedro Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
So now here is Ichiro Suzuki, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But this is foul for the first strike.
First pitch, 7:05.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fastball well outside. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. Here comes the 1-2.
That's a good pitch right there, but you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your money makers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run, and he makes the catch in the corner.
Batting second, the center field.
Time now for a look at the Rays' starting 9. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, I appreciate the way Bryce Harper plays the game. He comes into this one among the leaders in slugging percentage. Top 5 in the American League. I love watching him when he comes to the plate. There's an electricity about this guy. He has power, and there's a swagger about him that you just can't miss.
First pitch on its way. Carl Crawford comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale. I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
I love the fact there was no panic at second base right there. He had plenty of time. He knew his runner. There might have been a little fumble with the exchange, but plenty of time to get the guy out at first.
Into the box now, Michael Jordan. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That average for him up in the 360s now. 6 home runs and an even 20 RBIs. Two balls and no strikes.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
We're just getting started here in our nation's capital. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Yonny Chirinos gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's not too hard to figure out why this guy's one of the top pitchers having a big year. Look at that ERA, sub 1.0 ERA on the season. He's been nearly untouchable up to this point. And we should have a fun time watching this guy do what he does on the mound today in this one.
First pitch of the AB on its way as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Next to stand in is number 4. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. He's set. Here it comes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Here now is Juan Soto, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1, trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. In tight with the sinker. Ball 2.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. And next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. And now pitch on the way, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2 balls and a strike to the Rays first baseman.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get the head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
The 2-2.
And obviously, this guy's a double threat up there. He can run, and he can go yard, too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
Smoked on the ground left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Into the box, Alex Rodriguez, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 22 home runs on the ledger for him so far this year. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Here it comes, 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Rizzo gets his lead at first, nobody out. A ball and 2 strikes to the Rays shortstop.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Standing in now, George Brett, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Here's the 0-1. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Here's a look over to first. Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging. The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2. 2 out, nobody on. Into center field, line drive, base hit. So Bryce Harper will get a chance to hit here this inning following the base hit.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1 as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. And Brett's on the move. Pitch outside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. From the stretch, the 1-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in its at-bat.
The set and the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Moving over is Guerrero, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 1 left for 10. Stepping in will be Larry Walker.
For the Nationals, the first baseman, Larry.
And now the first pitch. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Vladimir Guerrero is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there. But he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
So he sets him down swinging. Vladimir Guerrero goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Now to the plate, here is Andre Dawson. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Here's the 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Striding in is Victor Martinez. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd.
Victor Martinez.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
A 1-2 count to the Rays catcher.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Victor Martinez is retired to start the 3rd. Brandon Lau is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Lau, a 27-year-old, he was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Ichiro Suzuki is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the right fielder. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, man, you don't need...
Now here's the signal from the dugout, so he'll take first here on the intentional walk, and that makes runners at the corners with 2 away. Michael Jordan will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball.
And now, meanwhile, this is going to be extra bases, and that may just get a couple of runners home. And he's safe.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. And he lays out for it, but he can't pull it in out in deep center field. And he's in safely to third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. To the plate now, Alex Rodriguez. That triple just see, and another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game. And a wide throw as this one gets by him at the bag. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play. And that will compound matters even further.
Man, I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that before. To say that error was costly would be a big understatement. Looked like a circus act out there.
At the plate now, George Brett hit hard back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
Strike called. Now the throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can...
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Rays 5 and the Nationals 0. Now at the plate is Bob Bailey. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. And the Nationals get a man into scoring position. It's a leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
In now, Rondell White. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. As he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Bailey stands at second with no outs. Popped him up. Martinez has a play. One down.
Batting ninth, the catcher, K-Burks, Ruiz.
One away now in the Washington third, and Keber Ruiz will dig into the plate. First delivery to him. Will swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play. The 0-1.
He's had great command of his pitches all day. I don't mind him trying to go down right there and try and get a swing and a miss, but a nice job by the hitter to lay off that one in the dirt.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. Now another 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. One out and a runner on second base. An even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher. Three and 2 now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
A bouncer to the left side. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trey.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Now here's the first offering.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
0-1, here it comes. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. Two and 1 the count to Trey Turner. Hard hit ball to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nationals leave 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He cited their low chase rate, or percentage of swings that are on pitches outside of the strike zone, as one reason for their success so far in this game. That number is under 20% right now. So up and down the lineup, they're doing a great job of picking on pitches they're more likely to do damage with.
Leading off the Tampa Bay.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Stepping in once again is Victor Martinez. And, Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Now here's the first offering. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. The 1-0 home. 1-1 the count now. And the pitch. Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. You can relate, Dan. So what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
Well, man, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Into the box now, Brendan Lau, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 misses, ball 2.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
The 3-0. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager, and we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Claude Raymond answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Raymond.
Ichiro Suzuki will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. He's set, and the pitch. He'll run up to bunt here, but misses for strike 1. The 0-1.
0-1. 1-1.
Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And that one yanked just foul. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Martinez is on his way home. The tag, and he's safe. And it's now a 6-run lead. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Stepping in now, Carl Crawford, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. And he takes a cold strike 2.
1-2.
Ready on 1 and 2.
I got the count. 2 and 2.
Sinker. 3 and 2 now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 3, apparently. Not sure what was on his mind there, but he elects to take only the out at first.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Jordan.
Up next for the Rays, Michael Jordan. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Yep, that ball went out.
Now the 1-0.
Ball 2.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that could do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And it's fouled away. Lau at third. Suzuki is over at second with 1 down in the inning. Popped him up. Ruiz moving to his left. 2 down.
Great scoring opportunity missed right there. You talk about frustration. Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
2 on, 2 out. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Has a look, now the pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Dawson able to track it down for the 3rd out. Rays will settle for just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Rays 6 and the Nationals nothing. So now into the box is number 4. And D-Row down 6 already in the early part of this ball game. What's the mentality for them as they try to work their way back?
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
One is a splitter that misses for the first ball. Slapped hard the opposite way, but right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, that number has him tied for 2nd in the AL in that category. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and digging into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan Soto. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Starts things with a splitter outside for ball 1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. Fouled away. Three balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
3-2 full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Pitch is popped up. Brett over to his right. And that's the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 33, Larry Walker.
So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals. Larry Walker struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. That misses, 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
The 2-0 on the way. And he lays off again, ball 3.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Three and 1. Here it is. High and deep down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 3-2 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up, or he can really hurt him.
Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. A runner on first with 2 away. Weak grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they could drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. 1 left for Washington. They still find themselves down 6-0. And stepping in, Alex Rodriguez. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First pitch of the AB on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Hit in the air down the right field line. And Vlad won't get there. This is a foul ball. The 1-1 home is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Very weakly on the ground. The 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Another 2-2 offering. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Oh, a mistake with location there as that changeup is drilled to left field. And that'll be one he'll regret, as that ball is well out of here, a home run. A solo shot here to left, number 23 for him thus far, as this lead swells to 7-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
So now to the plate, George Brett. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. The 1-0.
Ball that's outside.
You'd never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Trouble waiting on deck as Bryce Harper hits next. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
No outs, nobody on. Fastball too high, ball 4.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Here's Bryce Harper now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on the way as he'll take a look at ball 1. Brett aboard here at first with nobody out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Again, another foul ball.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. On the ground to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first. And how about that double play? Wow.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Next to hit, Victor Martinez singled in his last at-bat. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it is Guerrero, and he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Rays tack on one more thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Rays 7 and the Nationals nothing. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading up for the Nationals, the center fielder, Andre Dawson.
From the stretch, Andre Dawson is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. That's by him for strike one.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Slider, more of a slurve right there, but it's 1-2.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. In the air out to left. Harper has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number one. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. So now to the plate, Bob Bailey. He doubled his last time up.
And that's been their only hit so far in this one. They've been dealing with some really great pitching in this game.
First pitch on its way. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. One out, nobody on. Again, he sends it out of play. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he looks at one that misses. And that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Now,
well, that was a slider and a 3-2 count. And it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Striding forward now is the DH, Rondell White. First pitch of the AB on its way.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Runners on first with one down. And another foul ball. The next 0-2.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Here's another 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys
Now
are real
batting,
good low ball
catcher,
hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
And up next, it'll be Keibert Ruiz as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Nationals leave 1. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. So stepping in is Brandon Lau. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Brandon Lau.
Now here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Still 2-2. The pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first down.
The batter, number 1.
So the next to bat will be Ichiro Suzuki. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
On a swing, and he popped him up off to the left in foul territory. Into the slide, and he'll make the basket catch. And a fine play there for the second out.
The center fielder.
So here is Carl Crawford. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful. This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Not a real good pitch there, 0-2. Probably not what he was trying to do with that fastball. He was trying to miss probably up and away, and he threw that one down into the dirt on an 0-2 pitch. Very rarely are you going to get hitters to chase an 0-2 fastball that's down in the dirt.
Swing and a little tapper. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's lifted the other way out to left. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Rays go in order 1, 2, 3, but they're still in control 7-0. Jorge Ruiz enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the
now
sixth.
Pitching for the Rays, number 30, Jorge Ruiz.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
If you look at their win percentage or something like that right now, got to be honest, the odds are obviously stacked against them. But I'm looking for them to show me something right here. Maybe they get back in this game. Maybe they don't. But I want to see what kind of at-bats they put together. This is where you have to lock in as a team. Every guy has to go up to the plate and have a good, productive AB to get this team going.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Crawford comes on now, and he has it 1 down. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Ready now is number 4. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, and you want the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
So next to bat will be Juan Soto. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Now into the box, Larry Walker. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Walker.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is taken for ball 1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike two, says the third base umpire. Swing, and he pops him up. Harper coming on, and that's going to land foul.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Washington. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Seventh inning ready to roll, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And now a pitch on the way. Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
He doesn't look like the same reliever right now, but listen, this is his 4th inning of work, and there aren't very many relievers that can go 4+ innings and be rock solid all the way through.
The count now at 2-1. And he popped him up, and no one will get this one. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone. And now here is Alex Rodriguez. 2 RBIs already, looking for more here.
That last at bat, Natty V, a changeup right down the middle of the plate. Listen, this guy's got a great changeup, but he can't afford to keep throwing it middle like he did that last at bat. If he does, this guy might be hitting back-to-back jacks.
Behind 0-2 now. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. 2 out, nobody on. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Dawson finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Rays, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him. But he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time, and it allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Standing in now, Andre Dawson, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Guerrero leads off second with nobody out. To 1-2 now. From the stretch, splitter, 2-2. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Third baseman, number 3.
Next, it'll be Bob Bailey. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The 0-1 on its way. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Slow roller down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Pushed softly over toward the right side, but this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter, Rondell White.
Next up, Rondell White, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. That finds the zone, a called strike.
0-1.
And he lays off for ball 1.
There is a base open here, so the option to work around him is there if they want to go that route.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Nationals leave 1. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Urbina comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Now it'll be George Brett, 2 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The third baseman, George Brett.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Opposite field to left. Again, a nice clean base hit, his third of the game.
First game of a new series, and he's already sitting on 3 knocks right now. The pitching staff might have to make an adjustment going forward.
Harper.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
Into the box, Victor Martinez batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Throw over to the bag, back in standing. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Runners on first with 1 down. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And this will be an easy chance for Vlad, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And now in the box, Brandon Lau. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First offering as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Brett is off at first with 2 away. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. Guerrero has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Rays strand just the 1, but they're still in control 7-0. Peter Fairbanks is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 29, Peter Fairbanks.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and Keber Ruiz will dig into the plate. He's set. Here it comes.
1-0.
One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Outside, that's the ball. Ball, that's upstairs.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. Big velocity up and in for a strike, too. I mean, you saw this guy flinch at the plate. He was thinking that buzzed the tower, but then to get it popped to strike is tough.
Full count now, 3-2. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 7.
Now at the plate here is Trey Turner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the AB now. In there, and it's 0-1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. One out, nobody on. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that's in there, base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
He's set, and the pitch. Swing and a liner. In there, a base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. One run is scored. Here's a second runner around third. And a relay to the plate. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run. And they'll put the tag on him between third and home. And I don't know what he's thinking, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. 9th inning coming up. It's the Rays 7 and the Nats 1.
Leading off for the Rays, the designated
in now, Ichiro Suzuki. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. And there's ball 1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Strike 2 taken. A fastball that clips the inside black. Just hung in there on that one. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the center fielder, Carl Crawford.
So next to hit is Carl Crawford. He flew out in his last AB. First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Jordan.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Michael Jordan flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. A ball that's carrying. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. 2-out double left stranded. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. And now for Washington, Larry Walker due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
From the stretch, he swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Now here's the pitch.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Get down.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Now the 3-2 pitch. And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Next to dig in, Vladimir Guerrero. He doubled his last time through.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
1-0 the count. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Walker on at first, nobody out. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Popped him up. Martinez is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 10, Andre Dawson.
Digging in will be Andre Dawson. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Three and one.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a swing and little pop up here right behind home plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Third baseman, number 3, Bob Bailey.
Next to hit is Bob Bailey. First delivery to him. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Rays will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over. 7-1 the final score in tonight's. Tampa Bay led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Yonny Chirinos earns win number 7 on the season as he gives up only 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Pedro Martinez worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Keep fighting today. That smile will come one day. You gotta be happy. Keep working.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Nationals, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.